A viral video is making its rounds on social media of Mesa police detaining a father.
And we found out that that father was the one who called 911 because he says his daughter was kidnapped.
Lately, I've been trying to really pay attention to not only my health, not overeating, making sure I work out, but also bad habits that I may have. But not only my bad habits, I've been trying to help out friends as well. Have you heard that the flavor air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping or smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits led by today's sponsor, Fume. And I learned that it's only flavored air. Not only is it just flavored air, it's helping a lot of people kick the bad habit of vaping and smoking. And Fume is the leader in this new category. Fume is an award-winning flavor air device that draws flavor to your mouth. It fills the void that ditching a bad habit can leave. You still have something to reach for. And again, no, it's not a vape. There's no vapor, there's no nicotine, there's no toxic flavors, and there's no batteries. And it also looks awesome. It's also made to fidget. It calms anxiety with magnets, snaps, and clicks. If vaping was a nasty, sticky soda, Fume cores are more like herbal teas. Fume has lots of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint and also orange vanilla. But I know a lot of people who like cinnamon hearts. Fume continuously invests in third-party studies to ensure the safety of their products. It's also backed by doctors in the US. So while unboxing this, I noticed it was like really good quality. So if you guys are trying to kick the nasty old habit, try the flavor air by our sponsor Fume. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you could be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code WeThePeople to get your free topper. It's the perfect accessory for your Fume device. Slip it onto the top of the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. It's chewable, and for those who love to fidget, it's also reusable. Go over to tryfume.com. That's tryfume.com and use my code WeThePeople. Or you can just scan the QR code. Makes it much easier. Get your free Fume topper when you order your journey pack today. So thanks again to Fume for sponsoring this video.
Tonight we caught up with the father in the video, Darnay Cockrell. He zoomed with us while he was in the hospital, and we also reached out to the Mesa Police Department and have their response.
Here, just put my hands, man. I'm not going on the ground here. Right. Here, just put my hands. Would you stop? Please, would you stop? Would you stop? Hey,
he told you he's hurt.
My wrist, I just had surgery.
So for the naysayers who say, well, all you have to do is cooperate with the police and then you won't bring this trouble upon yourself. Here we have a man who called the police, and I know everyone says you never call the police, but who knows, he was panicking. His daughter, his 4-year-old daughter, was just kidnapped by the other parent who did not have custody of the child. And as we will see, this other parent was involved with drugs and some other things. So therefore, this guy was in a panic. So therefore, he calls the police. The police show up to his home. And for whatever random reason, he becomes suspect number one. And they try and take him down to the ground. But I gave you guys a freeze frame to show that the guy stopped. He cooperated. Even though his daughter's been taken, he cooperated. Although he did not want to go to the ground due to him just now having surgery. He places his hands behind his back. But, police, you have to go to the ground. You must be on the ground like a dog because I said so. And this is the problem with policing in America today. And as I shared in the last video, as of late, we've been covering the most ridiculous and strange stories on this channel. Like the last video we published was of a man who was questioned for 17 hours for murdering his father who was still alive. If that wasn't crazy enough, there's another woman who was held at gunpoint, scared for her life because she stole her own vehicle. Okay. And then you got the police chief who held another woman at gunpoint because she had an expired tag. And now we're looking at this story, a man who's being thrown to the ground, detained, placed in handcuffs because he called the police because his daughter was just kidnapped. It doesn't get, let me not say that because it will get crazier. Let's keep watching.
He told police his ex kidnapped his 4-year-old daughter and he didn't know where they went.
And I was on the phone with the dispatcher and I was like, she's left out. And it was like, well, go locate and see which way she went. So I ran down the stairs and the officer was walking up, and I was like, my baby's gone. And he ran on the side of me and was like, get on the ground. I'm like, no, I'm not getting on the ground. My baby's gone. Here, just put my hands, man. I'm not going on the ground here. Here, just put my hands. Would you stop? Please, would you stop? Would you stop? Hey,
He told you he's hurt.
my hand, my wrist, I just had surgery.
Cockrell says that's when a second officer came and he was pulled to the ground and detained.
So what is going on with your baby mama?
She's adult kid.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This morning.
You're gonna stay on the ground.
Hey, man, don't touch me no more. I swear to God, don't touch me
You
no more.
brought this upon yourself.
Man, I'm pissed off. Don't feel somebody got your kid.
This moron tells this guy that you brought this upon yourself. You called the police. I guess maybe he's right. Honestly, he called the police. But what do you do in that situation? Someone just took your daughter. She's 4. It's an ex, and she took your daughter, and she's involved with drugs and God knows whatever else. And so, out of panic, the guy calls the police. And wow, in a sense, he kind of did bring it on himself. And we're seeing this. The more you call them, the more they make things worse. But at the same time, in the world, in the way that it's supposed to be, to say that you brought this upon yourself because I called you to do your job, but you're more focused on me than finding my daughter, which is telling.
He was like, she's in the intersection. When I heard intersection, it freaked me out. I'm thinking they didn't got hit by a car. So I'm like, why are you in front of me? You know, it's irritating me. I called you. Yeah, what you talking about?
Stay over there. You stay over there. In a statement, Mesa police wrote, the man appeared upset as his daughter was just taken and displayed a high level of emotion, which is understandable. However, because emotions were so high, he was not obeying the officer's commands and made comments that spiked concern for officer safety.
I'm nervous. I don't know where my kid at. I don't know the situation. And I'm frantic. I'm in a frantic pace. My heart racing. I'm scared. I'm not feeling like I'm this father that's supposed to be protecting his child.
Darnay's handcuffs were eventually removed after more officers arrived. His daughter was found, and his ex, Nicole Connor Sharp, was booked into jail for disorderly conduct under the domestic violence law. Police say Cockrell told them she appeared to have been under the influence of drugs, and records show she is homeless. Police wrote in a statement, Cockrell filed an internal affairs complaint. The complaint was handed down to the district commander to investigate, which was cleared as unfounded. The statement goes on to say the officer's actions were not in violation of department policy. However, upon reviewing body-worn camera video, it was determined that supplemental training would be beneficial for both officers, as there is always room for improvement.
So to say, well, this guy filed a complaint and then afterwards the internal affairs department stated that, okay, you know, they went according to policy. We didn't find any wrongdoing, but we will retrain and we will change something. Wait, then that means they did something wrong. You're just justifying it, but now you're going to go back and cover your tracks so that, you know, you try not to make this happen again. You know, you're trying to avoid a lawsuit maybe, but to say that they did nothing wrong and justify it, then follow up with, we'll retrain them, is contradiction. It's a contradiction. Like, it makes no sense. I will say I'm happy that the guy did get his daughter back, because there's a lot of children that are going missing every day, and it's definitely a serious situation. But what's also a serious situation is policing in America. Man, how do we get around this? What do you do? But two things we can continue to do and continue to fight for is making sure you know your rights and always report the police. Just imagine if these things are not captured on video. All right, sometimes it's a struggle when they are on video, but imagine how many rights are being violated, how many people are being falsely arrested, detained, beat up, killed, or worse when it's not on video. Continue to record. Always record the police. With that being said, We the People University, signing off. If you're one of the viewers who reached out saying that you're not getting any of the We the People University notifications, I have a solution. By texting WTPU to 844-764-2158, I can personally notify you whenever we publish videos. Text WTPU to 844-764-2158 and you will receive a text message notification with the link every time we publish a video. Thanks again to Fume for sponsoring this video.